and I'm here to help you and your team succeed. I'm a certified behavioral analyst, speaker, trainer, teacher, and coach. I'm also the founder and CEO of Mac Leadership Solutions, LLC, and founder of Mac Success Academy. I have over 30 years of business experience, including 15 years as a corporate training professional. My mission is to help you grow your business by developing you and your team members, your most essential resources. I believe in creating a fun and engaging learning environment where your team members can build awareness, grow their skills, and achieve their goals. I offer a variety of services, including assessments, speaking, training, and coaching. I can also customize workshops, behavioral assessments, coaching, and seminars to fit your organization's specific needs. My mantra is creating impact through leadership development and personal growth. I'm passionate about helping businesses of all sizes in the financial services, real estate, insurance, and business industries succeed. So, what are you waiting for? Contact me today to learn more about how I can help you and your team succeed. Let's make it happen.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Let It Go and Flourish podcast show. I am your host, Merlin Clark, and thank you so much for tuning in to us today. If you are tuning in for the first time, Let It Go and Flourish is a transformative podcast that guides you to become the best version of yourself professionally and personally. Now, the inspiration for the podcast came from my book, Let It Go and Flourish, Live a Life of Peace, Passion, and Purpose. Now, who doesn't want to live a life of peace, passion, and purpose? Now, on the first Friday of each month, I feature an expert guest who shares challenges they have overcome and how they navigate to overcome those challenges. Now, on the third Friday, I feature a chapter from my book, Let It Go and Flourish, or some other topic that keeps us stuck. Now, today's topic is letting go of unforgiveness, and that's the last chapter of the book. See, I don't do the chapters in order. I do it as I'm led because I find lately I've been speaking to quite a few people who are stuck because they hold on to grudges and they don't understand that they're not hurting the other person. They are hurting themselves. It's costing them. All right. So today's topic is about letting go of unforgiveness and embrace the power of grace, mercy, and freedom. And it's not because we're weak, not because we lack intelligence, but because we have been wounded deeply. And I would like to explore forgiveness through 5 powerful lenses. And here they are: redemption, gratitude, boundaries, mercy, and grace. Friends, get your beverage, get your snack. Let's begin. The first lens I'd like to address is forgiveness and redemption. Redemption is restoration after failure. It is the opportunity for us to rise again, to transform pain into purpose. And I hear a lot of people talk about turning pain into purpose. And you really can do that if you are intentional about doing so. Let me be clear though. When you forgive, you're not really excusing the person's behavior. You are releasing the emotional debt because you're carrying this thing on your heart, on your mind, and you need to release it because it's costing you. Unforgiveness keeps you tied to a moment. On the other hand, redemption frees you for your future, because it's about your future life, not what has happened to you in the past. And only you know what has happened to you, what your experiences are. And I'm not minimizing those negative experiences and the offenses that were done to you. I'm just helping you to understand that when you hold on to unforgiveness, there's a cost to your well being. Sometimes, listen carefully, forgiveness is not about redeeming them, it is about redeeming you. Let me repeat that. Forgiveness is about redeeming you. Redemption says, I will not allow what happened to determine who I become. You see, each day we are evolving and we are becoming. My friends, that is power right there. That is self leadership. You are concerned about your future self. The second lens is forgiveness and grace. Now, let's talk about grace. What exactly is grace? Grace is unearned favor, it's kindness that you do not deserve. Grace is compassion when logic says they don't deserve it. But here's the deeper truth: you have received grace, I have received grace, and there are moments when we were forgiven, not because we were right, but because someone chose compassion over condemnation. So it's our time to show grace. Grace does not deny accountability, and I want to be clear on that. The person should be held accountable, but that doesn't mean you're not going to forgive them, show them grace. It simply refuses to weaponize the offense. And sometimes the person who needs your grace the most is you, my friend, because we are so hard on ourselves, and it's harder for us to forgive ourselves than to forgive others. I know I've been there. Grace says, yes, I made a mistake. I made a mistake, but I'm still worthy of growth. Without grace, forgiveness becomes pride. Because if you're claiming that you forgive someone, but do you really mean that? Have you truly forgiven them? Or are you saying it? With grace, forgiveness becomes freedom, setting yourselves free and that other person as well. The third lens I'd like to look at is forgiveness and gratitude. What does gratitude have to do with forgiveness? Forgiveness, you may be asking. Everything. Here's the thing: gratitude shifts your focus from what they did to me to what I still have. Remember, gratitude is focusing on what you still have. So, yes, they did something to you. Were you completely destroyed? You have something to start over. So, focus on that. Focus on that, not what was taken away. Gratitude allows you to extract growth from grief. You can say, I was hurt, but today I am wiser, because you learn from that offense. I was rejected, but today I am resilient. I was betrayed, but today I am stronger. Because when we experience negative things, we grow through them, we become wiser because we learn from them. Gratitude does not erase the pain. However, it reveals the lesson. You're stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Mature women understand there is always a lesson, right, ladies? The fourth lens I'd like to address is forgiveness and boundaries. Now, let me be clear. Forgiveness does not mean access. So, because you've done me wrong, I have forgiven you, But that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to give you access to me, because sometimes you forgive people and they repeat the offense because they take your kindness for weakness. But we need to set up some boundaries. You can forgive someone and still limit their access to you. Boundaries are not bitterness. Boundaries are wisdom. Reconciliation requires trust. And some people, quite frankly, have to earn their trust. Forgiveness requires release. Those are not the same. Forgiveness heals your heart, and boundaries protect your peace. You forgive them to heal your heart, but you want to protect your peace. So you're going to set up those boundaries. High achieving women often struggle here because we are nurturers. But grace does not mean tolerance of abuse. Mercy does not mean repeated harm. Let me repeat, mercy does not mean repeated harm. You can forgive and still say, "This is as far as I'll let you go." That, my friends, is strength. Okay? Now, let me check and see if there are any comments here. Um, all right. Okay. So, at this time, I want to share more about mercy. Mercy is compassion when someone deserves consequences. Mercy remembers that we are all imperfect. We have all fallen short. We have all needed another chance. Mercy does not eliminate justice, it tempers it with humanity, compassion. And again, sometimes the mercy must begin with you. Just like grace begins with you, mercy begins with you. Stop punishing yourself for past decisions. Stop replaying old failures in your mind. They are in the past. Stop denying yourself joy because of guilt. Self forgiveness restores confidence, it restores clarity, it restores courage. You cannot step into legacy while chained to shame. Let me repeat that. If you are a legacy builder, you cannot step into legacy while you're chained to your shame, your past. Before I wrap this up, friends, I want to leave you with some reflection questions. Drop in the comment below, if you're comfortable doing so, who are you still holding emotionally hostage? Where do you need to extend grace? What lesson can you extract with gratitude? What boundary do you need to strengthen? Do you need to forgive yourself? Think about those things. If you're not comfortable sharing that in the comment, I want you to write those questions down. And I'm going to put them in the comment section here for you because I want you to consider these things. All right. So you want to make sure you're setting yourself free. Remember, forgiveness is not weakness, it is strength under control. It is emotional intelligence. It is spiritual maturity. It is leadership in its highest form. You cannot flourish while feeding resentment. You cannot build legacy while carrying bitterness. You cannot rise while replaying the wound. Forgiveness does not change the past. We're not focused on the past here. We're talking about our future. It changes you and how you will embrace the future. how you will step forward into your destiny. Holding on to the past, it destroys you, it eats at your very core. So I encourage you, extend grace, offer mercy, establish boundaries, choose redemption. Let it go, my friends, so you can flourish. I am Merlin Clark, and I help high achieving women overcome limiting beliefs, self doubts, to lead and communicate with clarity and confidence, and to build wealth and legacy while creating impact. And I'd like to leave you with this information here that I'm adding to the comment how you can reach me. And then I will leave you with a word from our sponsor. All right, this is how you can reach me. And I will leave you with a word from our sponsor.
Are you ready to break free from what's holding you back? Introducing Let It Go and Flourish, a transformative podcast that guides you toward becoming the best version of yourself professionally and personally. Each episode empowers you to release the limitations, fears, and old patterns that keep you stuck, while embracing the strategies and mindsets that lead to true success. Through powerful conversations and expert insights, you'll discover how to transform your career trajectory while maintaining inner balance, build unshakable confidence in your abilities, create meaningful relationships that support your growth, and master the art of letting go to make room for what serves you. Whether you're climbing the corporate ladder, building your dream business, or seeking deeper personal fulfillment, Let It Go and Flourish provides the guidance you need to thrive in all areas of life. Join our community of forward-thinking individuals who are ready to release what no longer serves them and step into their full potential. New episodes drop every Friday at 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time. Visit merlinclark.com to listen to the podcast and take the first step toward your extraordinary future. Remember, your greatest self emerges when you let go of who you think you should be and embrace who you truly are. Let it go and flow.